Hello everyone, the Kentucky Patriot here. So glad you've stopped by, so glad you've take the time to watch our channel. Would you do me a huge favor? Would you please like, share, and subscribe? It means so much to us. It doesn't take just a second to click that button. It means the world to us, and it really helps us with the algorithms and to keep on keeping on. So anyway, if you wouldn't care to do that, be greatly appreciated. I just want to discuss real quick the round everybody loves to hate. And I'm gonna kind of tell you some maybe pros and cons and just discuss it a little bit, maybe bring it to light. And I'm not gonna get into the FBI, the 10 millimeter, the 40, the 9 millimeter. That's a whole different ball game, a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. But real quick, I've got some rounds set up here so you can kind of see the 22 LR, the 9 millimeter, the infamous 40 caliber, and the 45 ACP. Typical handgun rounds people may carry. We've done videos on all of these. But I've carried the 40 caliber for years as my EDC. Now, for those of you who maybe haven't watched this channel or followed over the years, I do want to throw out this disclaimer. I do also carry a 9 millimeter, but my 9 millimeter isn't my EDC. I carry a 9 millimeter in the form of a Taurus, the G2C, if I'm out hiking, fishing, out in the woods, more rough terrain, mud, rain, that kind of stuff. And or my shield in 9 millimeter. Sorry, that's the dog. He's going to bed. He's trying to get comfortable. The kid's already in bed. But anyway, the 9 millimeter shield for like deep concealment. But for EDC, it is the Smith & Wesson 40 compact. And I'm gonna kind of tell you some things and some reasons people say they don't like the 40. And I'm not here to persuade you either way. I am not sponsored by anybody. It doesn't, it's not like I'm getting a kickback if you start using the 40 or if you start using a certain brand. It's not anything like that at all, but I do want to shed some light because I think really more than ballistically or economically or any other reason, the 40 got a lot of hate to me just because it's like the cool thing to do. It's like a bandwagon. It's like, yeah, let's all hate the 40. But when you ask people why they hate 40, they really don't have very many reasons other than a few that I'm going to cover here. Number one, they say because lack of capacity, that a 9 millimeter holds more round, and that is true. That's absolutely true. But like I said, my Smith & Wesson that I've carried for years, the 40 compact, it's a compact gun, it holds 10 in 1. A 40 caliber, so that's 11 rounds. So, and I get it. We've heard the saying, gee, nobody ever says, I wish I had less ammo. I get it. The only times you ever wish you had less ammo is when you're drowning or on fire. I get it. But realistically, and we're not talking duty or military, but realistically, self-defense shootings, EDC type, protecting your family, average is 1 to 3 rounds. So when you have 11 rounds, 10 in 1, that's way above the average. That's not without counting any, carrying any extra magazines. That's just the gun as it is with 1 magazine, 10 in 1. That's pretty good. I've also heard people say, well, it's recoil, it's too snappy. And I do understand, and we've talked about this, if you never watched motor videos, talk about as we age, recoil can become an issue as we get older. And if you're getting up in your 70s or 80s or older and you have arthritis issues, I can maybe understand. But honestly, most of the time the recoil it's not that it's that much recoil. It's probably somebody not holding the gun right or not having the proper training, because my wife also carries a 40, shoots it very well. My wife's grandmother a few years back shot the shield. Shot the shield, which is even smaller than the compact in 40 caliber. So the recoil then would have been very snappy, if that's what you feel like there's a lot of recoil. But she was almost 80 years old and she was shooting that 40 with no problem. So, recoil, it's not like you're shooting a 454 or 50 AE or a 500 Smith & Wesson Magnum. So recoil, I really don't understand. People saying it's too snappy. I really can't buy into that either. So, really, those are the big excuses that people use. It's too much recoil or not enough capacity. But like I said, I honestly believe with all my heart, and I've even had people say, well, the 9 millimeter is so much more deadly. Well, that's not the case at all, because there's 2 ways to measure. It's basically foot pounds. There's 2 ways to measure what's actually going to do the intended target. We've done ballistics testing for years, and there's 2 things. It's the size of the bullet and the velocity. And that's what makes a difference in like a 38 and a 357 is velocity. And then also when you take a bigger round like the 45, though it's moving slow, it's average 230 grains, so you're talking size or velocity. Well, the 40 is both bigger and moves faster than 9mm when you're comparing apples to apples. The same brand, the same, it's a bigger round, moving faster. And the reason I like that for self-defense, and I understand handguns does not stop the threat like your rifle and shotgun calibers, but we all agree that we can't carry a shotgun and rifle on our person. You may have one in your vehicle, but you can't carry it on your person. So we're confined to a handgun. I honestly believe with all my heart, your first round is going to be so much important in an EDC type situation than your 17th, 18th, or 19th round. I really do. And I understand people want capacity, but if you've got 10 and 1 with a compact gun, like I said, I think your first, second, or third round is going to mean so much more than, in the rounds when you get into the teens. And because a lot of times somebody's going to be on you, and like I said, I'm not saying a 9mm is not capable, because if I didn't feel like 9mm was capable, then I wouldn't carry it in the woods, like I said, when I hike and fish. I'm not saying it's not capable, but when my life depends on it, I want that little extra velocity. I want that little extra speed. I want that little extra weight, because we're not talking about range. We're not talking about hunting. We're not talking about going with your buddies and shooting for fun. We're talking about an EDC course or situation, and there's only one reason you'll ever use it, and that's when your life depends on it. So when your life depends on it, think about the round that you really want to have, to protect you and your family. And anybody that's watched this channel knows my favorite gun of all times is the 1911. And if we're just using ball ammo and not hollow points or typical self-defense rounds, I've shown a video where we're using a 5-inch government model where a 45 does fantastic. But here's the thing: even without expansion, it performed extremely well. The problem is, and I know some people that do, I'm not one of them that wants to carry a full-size 1911 with a 5-inch barrel. And then you are limited even more so with your rounds. I still feel like fully loaded, I would feel comfortable carrying this. It's just the fact that I can't. It's just not comfortable for me carrying a big, heavy 1911. So that's out as far as just, comfort-wise. 22, I've done videos on this. Are they lethal? Done ballistics testing, so go check out those videos. So when it comes down to these two rounds, do I carry this round some? Yes. Do I like this round? Yes. And real quick, before you bash the 9mm, you can't use the Miami-Dade statistics to prove your case or point with this round, because rounds have improved so much. Bullet technology has come so far, so you can't compare today's modern 9mm with what happened back in the 80s. But when people say, yeah, but the 9mm's improved so much, it has, but so has every other round. So it's not like just the 9mm has improved and nothing else has. So there's two sides to that coin. So some people act like they still compare the dates and the times of the Miami-Dade shooting. Then there's others like, yeah, but it's increased so much like no other rounds increased. So yes, this has evolved. Yes, this has increased, but as this has increased, so has the 40, so has the 45, so has the 357 SIG when it comes to bullet technology, when it comes to expansion, when it comes to critical defense, critical duty. They make these special rounds now, the hollow points that expand. We've done lots of testing with all these rounds over the years, different rounds. So check them out. Carry the round that's right for you. If you don't carry a 40, guess what? We're still friends. It doesn't bother me. What matters is you and your family being safe. But I did want to kind of just say, I never did find anybody that really had a valid argument, in my opinion, why they didn't carry the 40. Now, if they say, I've been a policeman and I've carried a 9mm for the last 20 years and that's what I'm comfortable with, I have no issue with that. If you say, I reload and I can find so much brass at the range, 40 brass is hard to find, that's why I carry 9mm, I have no problem with that. If you shoot 9, if you carry 9, that I have no beef with that. But I just kind of make this video of why people hate the 40. And it is, it's like people's kind of got away from it, but there for a while, it was like the cool thing. You were the cool kids club. Is everybody just pile on and hate the 40? But when you really begin to asking questions why they hated the 40, like I said, recoil, really? Capacity, really? So to me, I never did really understand people's hatred of the 40. Like I said, love the 40, it performs well, shoots well. One last thing I've heard about the 40, it's a high pressure round. You'll wear your gun out. I've had mine for years, and I've shot I don't know how many rounds through it, and it still runs just fine. So if you do shoot a bazillion rounds and wear your gun out, get another barrel. It's not that big of a deal. Get another gun. I mean, these guns aren't, there's people that's literally shot their rifling out of a .22 rifle, and they just get another rifle, get another barrel. I mean, if you've got the money to spend that much on ammo, then you've got the money to replace your barrels. So don't let somebody say it'll wear your gun out. That's so unless somebody can, and like I said, I appreciate you guys. Some of you guys that watch this channel, you are very knowledgeable. You've shot for years. I respect you. I've learned from you. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate your input. So please like, share, subscribe, and also leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know, is there something I'm missing with the 40? Why do you hate the 40? Why do you love the 40? We'll just have a group discussion, but as always, please keep it family friendly. This isn't meant to belittle anybody or start an argument. This is literally just me trying to shed some light on the reasons people hate it, and I just really can't find any reason why anybody would hate it. If I didn't, maybe it's another video for another day. If I didn't carry the 40 caliber, I would probably look seriously into the 357 SIG. I really like that round. It performs really, really well. 10 millimeters, not bad. Your ammo selection is a little bit less, and your guns that actually shoot that, it's not like the Colt Delta Lead or some big frame double stack 1911. I know Glock does make a 10 millimeters, pretty big gun. But anyway, let me know what you think about the 40. What do you carry? What do you carry and why? And as we're getting ready to start the new year, we just finished up Christmas, New Year just around the corner. I want to wish you and your family the very best in the new year. But let me know what kind of videos that you'd like for us to see, or that you would like to see, what kind of videos you'd like for us to do. Coffee chats like this, range videos, what you'd like us to shoot, test. Hopefully, Lord willing, New York Prepper's coming down this spring, and we're going to do a lot of shooting. What would you have in mind for us to do? We're here for you. Give us some ideas. And real quick, if tomorrow my channel's gone, all my content's gone, the people at YouTube says, Nat, 3 strikes, you're out. It happens. Where can you find the Kentucky Patriot? Instagram, Facebook, but my favorite place to find me is the Reloaders Network. It's ran by not somebody in California that you've never met. It's by my buddy, Loads of Bacon. He's the one that sent me those, he sent me some ammo. He sent me a bunch of stuff. We're friends. He's a great guy. It's basically like YouTube, except you're allowed to, it's more gun friendly. I'll just say it like that. You won't get strikes. It's family friendly. He's a good Christian man, great family man, but you're not going to get all the strikes and the problems if you accidentally slip and say a word that they don't like. So anyway, check out the Reloaders Network. Check me out on Instagram, Facebook. Wish you and yours the very best. Please, once again, subscribe. It means so much to me. May God bless you and yours. The Kentucky Patriot signing off.